So starting out with managing an individual with chronic pain using graded motor imagery, we start out with the first concept of allowing a person to observe another in order to activate their mirror neurons if that person cannot even think of an activity without having pain generated. So in order to disassociate the motor cortex, or the part of your brain that plans the actions, with your proprioceptive and your pain, your visual spatial map of your body, is to do away with that and use your mirror neurons. The next step is to compose a program offered by the NOI group, or you can do it on your own with some magazines, to try to recognize different parts of the limb, if they're left or right, since that's often impaired with people with chronic pain. That is an implicit form of learning, which then allows us to move to the next stage, which is an explicit form. When we have an individual mentally rehearse a movement, such as reaching out if they have like a cubital tunnel issue, or moving into a position of pain. We mentally rehearse this, and we need to realize that this could generate more pain. Any of these, especially with the graded motor imagery approach, can lead to more pain initially, but hopefully bring it back down. So after we've gone through the mental rehearsal, the next step is to incorporate the mirror. Now, to incorporate the mirror, we want to make sure that both of the limbs are as symmetrical as possible, and we have it on the other side. This limb is just remaining still. If you use a mirror box, that works as well, but today we're going to use this mirror. So from here, we move our one hand, our unaffected side, and we watch it move while the other hand rests. Now, we want to decrease the perceived threat of that limb and its movement. We want to try to associate it with our other side. So as we come closer and we observe it, we're able to do that, and hopefully we have a little bit of a bilateral transfer. Basically, one side of your brain is teaching another that this is not a painful movement, and this can be helpful in treating your patient that still is having great difficulty with moving it, their affected side. The next step, and the final step with the mirror, is we're going to move this, and while you can't see it, I am trying to match both limbs together. As I observe, we can use this as a motor initiation point after all of the graded motor imagery that we've used, and as a step prior to a graded exposure.